Welcome to church, talking boxing, Sunday night edition. If this is your first time watching, don't sweat it. We do the same thing every week. Sundays are for results. Mondays are for the schedule. Questions, comments, if you got them, drop them. If you need a link for a fight, send me a DM. And last but not least, share something of mine. Anything. All right, so before we get started, just a quick mention. The French version lasted about 11 minutes, so buckle up. We'll run through this nice and smooth. First off, somebody flew by on our radar last week. Shout out to Malad Zaririan, who had himself a fight. Snuck one in under the radar, a quick one as well. Got himself a TKO finish. That is neither here nor there. You can go check out his Instagram. Just a quick reminder, he does still have a fight against Javon Blackstock lined up at the Hard Rock Casino in Ottawa. Yours truly will be there in April. Next, also a quick mention, Dainier Pero, heavyweight boxer, Cuban heavyweight, 26 years old. Super interesting. He won his fight by stoppage, round 2. He took on Don Hainsworth, the guy that already fought Arsanbek Makhmudov. Real interesting heavyweight. Dainier Pero, now 13-0 with 10 knockouts. Like I said, interesting enough for me to mention him. Next, let's go to Saturday night with Matchroom Sports from Nottingham. Solid night of fights. We'll start with the girls. Molly Meatball McCann, former UFC fighter, now turned pro boxer, makes it 3-0 with a unanimous decision after 6. She's getting round. She's looking good. I really like the cut of her jib, so to speak. I want to see more of her. This fight was a little bit tougher, but that's to be expected. Things are going to be progressing for her. From there, we'll talk about Sandy Ryan, WBC World Super Lightweight Champ. 140 pounds. Sandy's okay. I feel like the announcers never gave Zamora her shake. Despite her record, that young lady's done quite a lot in this sport. Majority decision, Sandy Ryan. Majority letting you know that not everybody saw it for her. Zamora did very well towards the end of that fight and might have made it, questionable. Also, shout out to heavyweight Dave Allen back in there with a quick first round stoppage. To be fair, at this time, it's very tough for him because how do you match him? It's either too much or too little. It's pretty complicated for Dave Allen right now. Next, a little bit of a homegrown British passing of the torch, if you will. Ismail Davis, who's had a few cracks at the titles, has been up there, has been at the top of the game. Took on Bilal Fawaz, who's been, creeping and crawling and scratching to get there. Young undefeated cat taking on the veteran. He walks away with the British Commonwealth strap. It's a really nice story. Look into Bilal Fawaz. And then last but not least, Lee Wood against Josh Warrington. First one was a fucking other war. The second one was just a great fucking fight. I felt like Josh was taking his time early on, and that might have cost him when it came down to the unanimous decision. As far as Lee Wood goes, technically precise, technically sound, just technical. Beautiful for fucking work from him. If you go look at his team, Ben Davidson and Lee Wiley, just two phenomenal coaches, working with athletes and making them perform the way they are. Just a really, really good team. Lee Wood, congratulations. Next, we go to Saturday night. Now, despite this being a pretty decent big night of fights, and for me, I was satisfied. I do think it's a little funny. DAZN expected us to pay $65 for this. There would have needed to have been more big names or at least some more title fights on here for this to be worth that, but I digress. We'll start the night off with Joshua Edwards against Brandon Colantonio. First off, Edwards, former Olympian, everyone had him pegged to win. If you listen to the fucking announcers, those first 2 rounds, they were clowning our boy. Now, there's no hiding the fact. He's got the Luigi mustache. He's got the mullet with the Friar Tuck bald spot. The man knows what the fuck he's doing. He's built like Will Ferrell. There's a combination there of Nick Cage, Will Ferrell, and Chuck Wepner. And somehow that turns out to be Brandon Colantonio. After those 2 rounds, though, those announcers changed their tune. So did that whole crowd. He ended up winning people over. And then it wasn't just the speech at the end, which was fucking fire as well. It was the fucking actual fight. You figured out that, oh, he was fucking dancing a lot those first 2 rounds because he wanted to see if the kid had something past 3, because he's never been past 3. And sure enough, they went 6. As far as job interviews go, Brandon Colantonio did fucking flying colors well. He's getting a call back for sure. The announcers were fucking rooting for him. He had other people trying to book him fucking fights. Look, if anything, give them a rematch. Make them do 8 or 10. Brandon Colantonio can go. And if you got anyone else you want to fucking test out, bring him on. He'll give them the salchicha. Next, another kid I really, really like. We're going to skip a couple people here. Amari Jones did good against Luis Arias. He stopped him. But Bektamir Matuziev, the bully. Ooh, I like this kid. It's like a mix of Lomachenko and Canelo with just a little bit of Uzbek flavor. Spins him around, hits him up top. Mind you, both his fucking eyebrows got gashes from headbutts. Fucking Sina Beko, the African, just tough as shit, but just too tough for his own good. That fight could have been stopped. The guy got dropped on his feet a few times. WBA Continental title for Bektamir. Next, the most legit draw I've seen in a long time. Give these guys another 10 rounds. Frank Martin, Nahir Albright, they went 10. They got a unanimous decision draw, which is one of the fucking most rarest draws there are, but when it happens, you know it's real. Frank Martin, spectacular fucking athlete. Nahir Albright fucking dug deep and made that fucking a tough fight. Really, really fucking sweet fight. I would suggest anybody to watch it again. I'm looking forward to a rematch. Another decent fight. Gary Antuanne Russell against Andy Hiraoka. Hiraoka called in 2 weeks ago, I believe. Not a lot of people knew him. Japanese kid. Another guy that walked away with a pretty decent job interview, all things considered. Gary Antuanne is just on that level. He's got a serious boxing family. That whole corner is just fucking lovely to watch work. I think we'll see Hiraoka again. That wasn't the type of fight that would tell you this kid ain't got it. Just he ain't got it right now. But Gary Antuanne Russell definitely has the WBA World Lightweight strap. Forgot my drink. Main event, Ryan Garcia against Mario Barrios. First of all, wow. Didn't think Ryan Garcia was going to do it like that. Maybe a flash knockdown, maybe a flash knockout. But no way was he going to dominate him every fucking second of the fight for every fucking round. Unreal. This kid boxed a fucking shutout and did so beautifully. Ryan Garcia, chapeau, my friend. Your fucking best fight of your life was a world title fight. Your first world title fight. Mario Barrios on the other side. I don't want to take anything away from Ryan Garcia's performance. But Mario Barrios, I was told, had a sinus infection before, so hopefully that had nothing to do with it. But, fuck, man. Everyone thought Barrios was going to pull it off and that the kid didn't have it anymore. And this kid just boxed his fucking ears off. Barrios just never fucking started. He never got off, never started. Ryan Garcia, chapeau, my friend. Solid fucking performance. Beautiful fucking fight. If you're going to win a title, that's the way you want to do it. This makes all those other fights that much more interesting. It's just good for the sport. I'm a little unhappy I had to pay $65 for it. I don't expect the common everyday person to come out and shell out $65 for that. So when you do that, you're just gouging me because I'm a fucking addict. You're not fucking trying to progress the sport. You want to know what progressing the sport is making a fucking pay-per-view $25 or even $20. You want people to order, you want people to see your fighter, you want your fighter to grow, you want your fighter to be worth more money? Invest, motherfucker. Stop asking me to fucking shell out for it. Right now, Crews-Dezurn is going on. It's going to end late, folks. It's going to end late. We just finished. I don't know which fight we're at right now. I believe we're at the co-main. But it's a Sunday night in Detroit. Hopefully nothing fucking too ferocious gets set off. Aaron, was that a mistake, brother? If so, it's okay. So tune in tomorrow night. I'll give you the results to tonight's fights, and I will give you the schedule for the rest of the week. Guys, that's it for me. We ran through it in under 12 minutes. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for sharing, those of you that did. Yeah, Notorious Flash. Me too, brother. Have a good night, everybody. Remember, life is short. Be good to yourself and others. I'll see you guys tomorrow night, same time with the schedule. Have a good one.